So the concept of like a cedar in Lebanon, he will grow. Eretz gematria Yitzchak, that the cedar is the same gematria as Yitzchak. V'hu shalasi levu yomru li Yitzchak yat avinu, and that is that in the time to come he will say to Yitzchak that you are our father. Shebelevanon in Lebanon, shemisham nimshach lius kishel gelbinu chulu, that from that level, the gevura that he mentioned, the hidden spheros, that's where it comes from. The idea of that your sins will become white like snow. And the intention, according to this, tikamo b'ziran bin kishinekre ish. You have to have this idea of pulling out the hair. And this is the fixing of this idea. Al yidei tosefes or bo mibina, an extra from drawing down an extra light from bina. So the pulling out the hair is drawing down from this level of the Golgalta, of the Shelag Yalbinu, the whiteness, the Levanonis, let's see, Marit Rosho. So that's the concept of the hidden spheros, of which is like the Belevanon, which is that is Gematria Yitzchak. So you're drawing down an extra light from Bina, Kamok and Belios Madregos. So to when the elevation of levels, the concept of Arich is the source of the emanated Hinig Legabe Atikam in Shumalchus Deinsof. So Arich in comparison to Atik, that which is the level of the Malchus of Einsof, Ugamkin Rakamu Ziranpin. Legabe Bina, it's a similar idea to Ziranpin in comparison to Bina that you're drawing down from the Golgalta of Ziranpin from Bina. So similarly, you're drawing down from Atik, which is Malchus of Einsof, into Arich. That's a similar idea to drawing down from Bina into Ziranpin. That Bina is called the king of the world. Hainu Melech al Ziranpin, that is to say, the king of Ziranpin, and Nikra Olam Chulu, that's called the world, which is created with Chesed Yibane, which is the beginning of Ziranpin, that it corresponds in general to the world. So Melech HaOlam is Bina. And you have a similar idea of Malchus of Einsof in comparison to Arich V'kamosh Kosu Beitz Chaim. And similarly, even though the hairs of Arich and are a concept of holy, that your holiness is higher than my holiness is higher than your holiness. So even though the hairs of Arich are holy, you have Kedushasi, which is higher than this Kadosh. V'kayal b'chinas Atik, Malchus Einsof, that this holiness that's higher than your holiness refers to Atik, which is the Malchus of Einsof, which is much, much higher than what you draw down through Arich, and Kedushaschem, which is called your holiness. So Kedushasi, Atik is higher than Arich. But Atik, and Atik is higher than the concept of letters that are come from the Levanonis of the Arich. On this level it says, because he's not a man, he's higher than this concept of parts of Adam. Therefore the concept of Arich, this is the concept of when you pull out the hairs, the concept of going higher than the hairs, it's higher than the Hamshach into Cyrus al Derech Kedushas, that's the concept of that my holiness is higher than your holiness. This is Arich, the Atik is higher than Arich. Ketzer, we have a Ketzer, Ish, Klalos, Gimel Vishonos, that Ish corresponds with the three higher levels. Yimarit, Marav Tuvcha, to pull out the hairs, that's the concept of revealing the hidden, the great goodness of Ketzer. So the Ish is the three, when you go, that's the Kesser Chachma Bina or Chachma Bina Das, and you draw down from higher than that, from Rav Tufcha, from the Levanonis of Kesser, which draws into the Cyrus. Cyrus Osios Vigvil Hamakif Halavan, and we talked about how the letters are the letters, are the hairs are the letters, Vigvil, and the parchment Hamakiv, which surrounds Halav and the white. It's the white that surrounds Shalamayla Mahashachor Gevin Atzmi, which is higher than the black of the letters. It's this essential color, like this encompassing divinity in comparison to the divinity that fills creation out and flows. I will show you wonders. That with seeing, you don't need letters. It's this encompassing idea. So it's higher than the letters, it's higher than the hairs, it's higher than the tzimtzum. We're going from the Hamshacha from Levanonis, that the revival of the dead being higher than the gardens of Eden, that everyone in Gan Eden will get up for Tchias HaMesim. It's this encompassing concept of Soviv Klalmin. And this is the concept of that a tzaddik will flower like a palm tree, tzaddik kitov, that the tzaddik is good because it is good, it's yisod avarich. Like how many good things that refers to the Yud-K of the Yisodos of Yud-K, the 15 Yisodos of Chagas Nehi. That's the order. So each Mila is, each step is like a different level in the process of creation, of the gradation of the worlds of Etzil Spirit Yitzir. That's Kama Mila Stovos L'makom Aleinu. That's the Gematria Dainu is Yisod. Hamshach mebichinas Yud-K Tesvav of Milos, and you draw down from the concept of Yud-K, which is the 15 steps. You have the 15 steps of the Levim. Achiesh Hamshach mebichinas Al Havaya, but that's still Yud-K. You want to go higher than the order of creation, so we go higher than Yud-K, higher than Havaya. We want to draw down Lefnei Havaya, V'zov Rav Tov, and this is the great goodness, not just Yisod, but Rav Tov, Yisod Avarich. Come over Rav Chesed L'gabe Chesed Zeranpin, like the concept of great kindness in comparison to the kindness of Zeranpin. Shetzafanta Sofi Shetzafanta Lirecha, Sofitovis Keser, Shetzafanta Sofitovis Keser. That this that you hid and letters are Keser. The hidden vim in Cain is Safanta who pnimis Keser. So this that you hid is the inner concept of Keser. Atik Yomin, the one that you hid. Like he brought that it's the hidden spheros. And this is the concept that the like a palm tree that flowers, and a concept of the great goodness. The Shimsha B'reish Dikla, that you have the sun at the top of the palm tree, B'shas Ne'ilah Yom Kippurim, and the time of Ne'ilah of Yom Kippur. That's the Yisod of Zerampin goes up to the Yisod of Arich Gam Safanta. Hesher Sfiros Haganuz is also the idea of that you hid, or the 10 hidden spheres, Shalom Eilam Keser, which are higher than Keser, Malchus of Ein Sof, Geras B'Gematria Yitzchak, and that the concept of like a cedar is in the Gematria of Yitzchak, Levanon. In Lebanon, Yizgeh will greaten Bechinas Gvil Halavan Shalom Eilam Yasairos, the concept of the surrounding parchment that's higher than the letters, higher than the hairs, and the Tzimtzumim. It's because it's from Keser. So the concept of Yitzchak is this Gvura of this hidden, this Gvura maybe perhaps of Atik, but at any rate, it refers to the hidden level of the Esther Spheres Haganuzos, that will say that you are our father, because you'll reveal this level of Atik higher than Arich. Like on Zerampin, it's called a man. You have to have you pull out the hairs. So that's to reveal this concept of the Gugalta of Levanonis. So to an Arich, even though the hairs are holiness that you commanded us in the mitzvahs, nonetheless, in comparison to the idea of my holiness is higher than your holiness, these hairs are a concept of contractions and judgments. Therefore, you have this concept of pulling out the hairs through revelation of how great is your goodness of Yisod Avarich, or higher than that, Kedushasi the Atik Lamal Kedushas, that's higher than Arich. Zayin Lavar Bechinu Seilu Bavoda, to explain these ideas in the service of Hashem, in Yesh Levim V'Kohanim, that you have Levim and Kohanim, Tzarech Lios, but Adam Beza Bechinos, you have to have both of these ideas in your service of Hashem. K'mayim Razal Barabas Vayetzi Parsha Ayin Aleph, like it's brought in Midrash Shabbat Vayetze, Levi Ze Asi Lilvos Isabanim Lavim Shabashamayim, that Levi in the future will escort the sons to their father in heaven. That's the idea of going upwards and coming back. That comes from the brains of the mother, the concept of Bina. Mochin de Abba, and from the brains of the father. Mochin of Ima and Abba are corresponding with a Levi that has Ratzon Shov, that draws down Ratzon Shov to the Banim. In Likutei Torah, that explains the pasuk that the service of the Levi is the concept, the hidden idea. And look in Likutei Torah in Bar Midbar concerning the three ideas of Levim. Shehem Yakimu Mishkan, that they're the ones that established the Mishkan. Gershon Kasmarari. And the explanation of this idea is who Alpi Mashkas B'Dibur Maskil Kisavo El Eretz Moshe V'Seichem. It's explained in the Mamar when you come to your land of your dwelling, Binyan Bechinas Eish Shuhu Aratzachulu, the concept of the fire of the Levi, that's going upwards, Bechinas Shuv L'mayla Mizechulu, but coming back down is drawn from higher than that. Ukinyan V'Achara Eish called Mamadaka, like the idea that after the fire you have this soft, still voice, which is the Shuv after the Ratzah, B'Dibra Maskilani de Parshas Tzitzis Hasheni. It's brought in the Mamar of Ani of Parshas Tzitzis. Now Bina, from it comes or awakened judgments, and this is the idea of the letters of the hairs of the Levim, that you have to shave them. You have to shave the Levim, because it's a concept of judgments, that they arouse this concept of the fire of Ratzah from Bina. But however, that arouses judgment, so you have to cut off the judgments. And this is the idea of when a man, like the idea of Ziran Pini Marit Rosho, when it cuts off the hairs, meaning to say that it's drawing down from the idea of the Levim, therefore you have to cut off the hairs so you don't have that extra judgments, like it's brought by the Levim, to purify them. The Gadlus, and this shaving is through the great Mochin. So you do not want to have katnus and dinim, but rather you have an extra hamshach of mochin, of gadlus. That is like a person who studies Torah for its sake, for the sake of Hashem, lahamtik dinei Leah, to sweeten the judgments of Leah. Bebir al pasuk basi lagani, which is the idea of study of Torah with the three hays and so forth. Hay spelled with a yud and hay spelled with a vav, and hay spelled with three vavs, and that you draw down from Leah from into Zah, which is the kavanas of the studying of Torah. Al pasuk basi lagani v'saros hem osios kanal, and the hairs are a concept of letters. V'achakach tara mevi'alei de kedusha, and after the cutting of the hairs, to draw down mochin the gadlus and cutting off the dinim, then the purity brings the holiness going. That's the idea of the kohen. So the tar of the levim draws you go even higher to the level of the kedusha of the kohen. And look in the Mamar of Samti Kad Korach Las Lavu Levim Kohanim, but in the time to come the Levim will be the Kohanim. Ishki Mari Kanal Perak Vav, and this is the idea of a man when he cuts off his hairs, which is what we explained in the Perak and Perak Vav, that you have this idea of you cutting off the hairs, you go up to Arich and reveal Atik, and this is drawn through a man that when he cuts off the hairs, it's the idea of cutting off the hairs and suppressing the judgments is a concept of holding oneself back and controlling. And this concept is also an idea of the negative commandments that are higher than the positive commandments, drawing down from on high, that the concept of iskafia of the Levim will bring you to a level of kedusha of the Kohanim that's even higher.